Okay, now I think we're live. I think I actually did go live a second ago, but I didn't realize it. All right, I see somebody is viewing right now. Yeah, I apologize if you were in the previous stream. I didn't realize it actually went live. I thought it didn't. I have to get used to doing the YouTube live streaming. All right. Let's see what this Summer Game Fest has for us. Maybe some Final Fantasy IX Remake? Probably not. I'm not expecting a whole lot from this. Maybe we'll get more, maybe they'll just... I mean, Square Enix is supposed to be part of this event, so... We shall see. We shall see what they have to show. Xenoblade... Someone said Xenoblade Chronicles 2 remaster? I don't know about that. Well, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? And there's a couple people saying Final Fantasy IX. Let's root for Final Fantasy IX. As I said the other day, I'm not expecting a whole lot. Probably There could be the new Tales of game. That's probably the most exciting thing. But, you know, maybe Final Fantasy IX. I mean, that Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered pretty much solidified that the Final Fantasy IX remake is in fact real. Right? Because everything else on that NVIDIA leak, which included the Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster, came true. Except for Final Fantasy IX. So, I don't know where else they would reveal this. I guess maybe next month at the 25th anniversary of the game, but who knows? Hi, the Vigilant. Yeah, did they confirm that? Was that like recent news that I haven't heard about Tactics? I mean, the original game didn't have multiplayer. I'm assuming you like the multiplayer from the War of the Lions version? I almost forgot that there was multiplayer in that game. And by the way, there's some... I've been doing some analysis on that Final Fantasy Tactics stuff, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff to go over with that. Yeah, working on that video. Hi, Christian. Welcome back. Joining me once again. Is the audio between my voice and the actual audio? Because see, the last time the actual audio of the stream wasn't... or of the video wasn't working, and I didn't know that until afterwards. Okay, yeah, the store's listed as single-player games. Yeah, I guess that's to be expected.
The creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
All right, Jeff. What do you got for us today? Has he pulled some strings to get that Final Fantasy IX remake? Last year, I don't know, man. Last year was kind of disappointing. So, well, let me turn the closed captioning off.
Summer Game
Here we
Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us and giving us
turn
your
up the
time.
volume.
And special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed
That's
this
just on my
morning
headset.
and saw that he canceled a date and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead. Over the next 2 hours, we're going to give you a whirlwind
yes, the title
tour
is
of
perfect.
dozens of games from studios
Or really
big
the thumbnail,
and
right?
small. From Lego
We're gonna be
bricks to
clowns.
puppets,
That's for sure.
zombies to Marvel heroes. This show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements.
Final Fantasy IX remake.
Now, before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units.
Expedition 33.
Lots of great games. Now,
That made the top 10. It's pretty good.
Proudly at number 1 with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game.
I've never heard of this game.
Team of just 10 people at Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden.
When did that release?
Trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that these indie creations stand side by side with heavyweights like Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely.
Notice he called it the remake and not remaster. Because it's really like a remake, right?
Okay.
Yes, Sandfall.
At the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest user Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system. That's something to celebrate, but with more than 18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So, in that spirit, let's kick things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking very big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course. Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful
Is this
testament
DLC
to
for
what passion,
Claire
freedom,
Obscure?
and a small dedicated team can achieve. Let's take a look at our first new game announcement.
It's a new game. Are they already announcing a new game? Or is this a different indie studio?
Think you're the harbinger. You might be. They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon, child.
Yeah, someone is brutal.
They'll worship you until you fail. Then what? You're no god, but neither have they.
Mortal Shell 2.
All right, didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live in-game events. And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones. The Death Star's super laser is charged and ready to decimate the Battle Royale island. But there's still hope. You and your friends can join the fight. Here's the first exclusive look at what you'll be part of tomorrow in the brand new live event, Death Star Sabotage.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Hit him with everything you've got.
Well, that's coming out tomorrow.
Jonesy, all right. Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Oh, right. Death Stranding 2 is coming out. Of course, Jeff would have Kojima's
Great to
projects.
see you.
at his
Mr.
show.
Kojima, here we are. The World Tour
We all
begins
know
at
they're best
Summer
buddies,
Game
right?
Fest. It's great to have you here. We are so excited for DS2. So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
まあ DS1 が出た後にコロナになったの
Well,
で、
we hit the pandemic after
まあ
we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
んまあコロナを体験したと思うの
Everyone
で、
experienced
コ
the
ロナを
pandemic.
体験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをも
show
う一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new
ながら、
connection
まあ考えていただきたいと
after
思い
we
ます。
faced the pandemic. So I want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared a special exclusive clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
はい、
Oh, that's the snake guy.
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please.
He sits in the wrong seat. Is there significance to that in the story? Yep, and he smokes like Solid Snake.
No smoking, please.
He's like, the fuck, bro? Why am I here?
So you are Neil Vana.
What did you say his
What
name
do you
was?
do?
Neil Bana? Oh, Neil.
For living.
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
So you made it then.
Sorry.
You really don't remember me.
This game looks super realistic. These are maybe some of the best facial expressions I've ever seen in a video game. He's got some... Oh, they shared the same mark. Is that a chip underneath their skin, or is that just like a mark?
You're alive. Stop! 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 Stop!
I have not played the first game, by the way, so if there's if there's any references to the first game in this trailer, I'm not gonna detect it.
So much mystery. Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy.
まあ DS2 で非常に重要なキ
In
ャラクターです。
It's a very important character,
ニールとルーシー。
Neil and
で、
Lucy.
まあちょっと詳しくは言えませんけど。
I can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手にカニ座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands
深いつながりがあって、
So they have
これが
this
物語に
deep
大き
connection
く関わってきます。
and reveal.
Oh, okay, that represents the cancer mark. That's probably something from
And
the
last
first game.
time on DS1, we have Cliff,
で
who was
物
played
語
by
的に
Mats.
は彼はもういなくな
And
った
of
の
course,
で、
by story,
ま
you
あ
know,
2では出せない
he will not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのが
But this
マッ
time,
ツさんの代わりというか
Neil
その
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担って
playing like the role that
登場
Mats
します
did.
Are they spoiling shit for me for the first game?
And Cliff was a
I guess
very-
it's my fault that I haven't played the first game.
But I think
としてまあルカさん
we
に
have
お
to
願い
kind of
して
like top that.
I really need to play
So
that
Luca
game.
Marinetti was a great actor.
I have too many fucking games to play.
It was great.
That's
He
the
did
problem.
a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
あの
Neil,
もう
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But
It's
there
a
is
good
more
idea.
to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
ニールのゲームプレイシーンっていうのを
Yes,
出し
I'll
ます
show you
ので
the gameplay scene of
見
Neil.
に来てください。
So hope you enjoy. Will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you. All right, and now I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic-scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
Chronicles? Medieval? That's it, it's just called Chronicles?
That was a very cool new
Or is it-
project in
or are
a
you supposed to
brutal
say, like,
European
medieval Chronicles?
world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a thrilling new entry in the
Didn't it- I
legacy
think
of
this got
racing
leaked.
action games within the Sonic franchise. Crossworlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
I actually played the first iteration of these games, which was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing is what it was called, at least here in the US. And then I played the Transformed, the second one. And these are actually pretty good kart racers. I didn't play the last one because I heard it was bad. So maybe this one's better, I don't know. But then again, you know, if you get a Switch 2, you can get Mario Kart World, which is probably a much better game, right? Yeah, that medieval game, like, it looks cool, but, like, yeah, you're right, Christian. Like, it kind of needs more... Like, they needed to show more gameplay or something, but I'm sure they will. Oh! Joker is in this! Oh, well, that's right, that's right. Atlas is owned by Sega. I sometimes forget that. Even though they've owned them for, like, 10 years. So that makes sense.
Time for me to win this.
coming in September, but that is not all. We'd like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Okay. Yeah, they're not going to bring up Yuji Naka.
I'm honored to be here to talk
he's a
about
bit
our
problematic
latest
these days,
Sonic
right?
racing game. Sonic Racing Cross World is the next generation of the Sonic Racing
He's
series,
actually speaking
developed by
English.
Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team.
Applaud this
You
man.
can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring, which you can warp in the race. Also, unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking. So you can race against all of your friends across all of the platform. Lastly,
Is that supposed to be a dig at Mario Kart?
I'd like to show everyone here
I mean, no one would
today.
expect Mario Kart to be
Take a
cross-platform,
look
right?
inside of the travel ring.
There's Minecraft?
Minecraft and Sonic. I guess you could say you gotta go craft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want. Next,
that
we're
wasn't a
excited
very
to
good
reveal
joke.
a brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco
I'm sorry.
Studios.
Just messing.
Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
But I give her effort for trying.
Time. For some, it heals. For others, it wounds. And for our world, it promises only oblivion. Our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of this. If time were a weapon to wield, could you undo the sins of ruin? In this time, or maybe the next, you'll find how to save us all.
Looks interesting. Oh, this is... Oh, they're actually making a sequel to this game. I was gonna say I got Code Vein vibes, but I didn't want to sound like an idiot. Epic Games. I don't know who Section 9 Interactive is. That's a creepy monster. End of Abyss.
That was a very moody, cool new game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire, developed by first-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide, releasing later this year.
Is
Here's
this
a quick
using
new look at
the
the game and the reveal
original
of a familiar voice.
Mickey Mouse?
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Because they can use him now, right?
There are those who have bent the city to their will.
They can use the Steamboat Willie version.
And
He's public. He's public now.
anything to save it.
They won't even know what hit them.
Troy Baker's Jack Pecker. Jack Pecker. Okay, they're not. But that's interesting.
Another role for Troy Baker. All right, that's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement
probably
of
not
another
all
ambitious
from
project
Troy
this
Baker
independent
at this
Australian
show.
developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
Iconic fantasy franchises? That looks like Orlando Bloom.
You may think you know how the game
Does he not? Is that him? Is he acting in this game?
but this is not the game you know.
Oh, this is... Oh, no, no, no. That's Jon Snow. This is Game of Thrones, right? I don't know. I only watched like the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, I think.
This is your legacy. You decide who wins and who dies.
Oh, wasn't there like wasn't there like rumors of there being a Nemesis game? So this is it. So it's like a Game of Thrones game that uses the Nemesis system from Shadow of Mordor.
War for Westeros.
So that's it. I'm guessing that's what that is.
All right, now it is time for the
They didn't really
global
show much
reveal of an
actual gameplay though,
FPS
so it's
action
hard to tell whether that game is any good or not.
RPG.
Action adventure RPG. Mundfish.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this.
This looks kind of like a Fallout game.
The dawn of a new era. The era of atomic
Oh.
art.
I've never even heard of this. Atomic Heart 2? This definitely is Fallout vibes, right? Kind of. This actually looks pretty cool. I don't know if this is a game for me, but this could be a big hit.
Have a good hunt, Captain.
Boobs and butts, I mean, both. This is gonna be a big game. Yeah. Whoever the developer is of this is gonna probably put Bethesda shit to shame. To like parachute and shit. There's the boobs. Was the first Atomic Heart popular? Like I don't even know what that game is.
That's right. Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Mundfish on Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a global scale. And this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Mundfish today.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself. When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness. How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
This is the same developer? I must have been asleep with their previous games, man. I don't know. Or they're really growing. Or was popular enough that they were like, this also looks pretty cool, right? The Cube. Oh, it says Atomic Universe. So is it in the same universe as the other game?
Is yet another new project from Mundfish, an MMORPG shooter set
Oh,
in
it's
the
an
Atomic
MMO.
Universe on a massive levitating cube. You can see there where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are
Wow.
ever evolving.
I think these developers are going to be a big deal. Like, those games look pretty impressive. I don't know if they're like, I don't really like shooter games and stuff, but I'm just trying to be objective here. Like, I think those games are going to be a big deal.
15 Marvel characters to play, but so far, only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
More Marvel. This song is dope. This music is absolutely like 90s game vibes, and I am fucking loving it.
This isn't hell.
Capcom?
My world. What
Oh, this is the Onimusha, right?
You don't have a chance.
Yeah, Onimusha is Capcom. See, yesterday, I sometimes can't tell the difference between this and like the Neo shit, right? But Neo is Team Ninja. Onimusha is Capcom, so this must be Onimusha, right? The new game. Yeah. Dude, if they're gonna reveal Final Fantasy IX Remake, it's gonna come later on in the show, Christian. Like, it's gonna be a pretty big deal, I think. I don't know if that it's gonna be at the end, but this is supposed to be a 2-hour show. So we got a long way to go.
And it won't be a coward who runs from Jews. Words never did work between us, did they? Sasaki Ganya.
Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
That was a new look at Onimusha, Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years, as a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
What the fuck is this?
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
An unadoptable orphan. That's a great premise.
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got.
What?
If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Save the only homies of
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Control of a flimsy puppet.
This maid ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in here all day.
What? His toilet was clogged? What? Is this supposed to be kind of like Punch-Out, but with puppets? Is that the premise? Felt that boxing. That that looks pretty good, actually.
Super fun. Gotta wish list that, right? All right, well, next it's time to see the announcement of a brand new game in Deception We Trust.
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every corner of the earth, divided yet bound. Wolves and lambs. Engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics, I'll get to the point. Killer Inn is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by rooting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up, buy items with the gold you earn, loot chests for weapons and armor.
This music is actually really good. That's playing in the background. I don't know if I care about this game, but the soundtrack sounds pretty dope.
Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
Oh, this is Square Enix. That explains. See, I can spot the good soundtrack from a mile away, dude.
From Square Enix, where you compete in a game of life or death using social deduction skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was
Yeah, I don't know how well that game is going to do, guys.
2021. And though it's been a while, their recent
don't know.
tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mysteries surrounding the world of Speranza and the long-awaited launch date coming later this year. From Embark Studios, here's the world premiere of the release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
I wonder who did the soundtrack to that game. It must be some other composer that works at Square Enix. That's why I recognize it and was like, oh, this is really good. It's got to be a name I recognize.
Breathe. Let your body settle into a slower rhythm. Clear your mind of all distractions. You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with resourceful friends. Here, you are in control.
That's right, everyone. Arc Raiders is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC in just a few days on June 10th, but you can play it right now in Steam Advanced Access. Here is a brand new look.
Maybe if Final Fantasy IX Remake is announced, it's at the half point to break up the I don't know. Don't get your hopes up too much. I honestly have never even seen Dune, so I wouldn't be able to evaluate whether this is a good game or not. Or Red Dune. I think it started as a book, right? To be fair, I don't really watch that many movies. So. But I'm aware that this is popular. Dune Awakening. Launches June. Oh, that's pretty soon. Wasn't it? I think this was at last year's Summer Game Fest, wasn't it? Was that some show I think that Jeff Keighley did? Maybe it was the Game Awards?
Fall to ash, consumed by the void.
When the void calls, X-Death appears.
Twas all for naught.
X-Death is a Final Fantasy character. Therefore, Final Fantasy IX Remake is real.
Some say time stops for no one. Neither man nor God, living nor dead. Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds. You need only take my hand.
There are just a ton of these like Souls-like games that play that there's just so much to choose from. I feel like it's going to be hard now to stand out. If you're like making just like a, as I call them, precision combat games.
But the true lead of the story has yet to emerge. Whatever's coming next cannot be easy.
This is another Hoyoverse game. I can't, these days, man, I can't even identify which Hoyoverse is what anymore.
Just as he once came to me, filling that dark.
If it's not, then it's one of the other Chinese. I think there's another Chinese developer that makes games like this too.
While I was out. So I hear you're looking for someone?
The victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness, worship strength, and crave glory.
I never doubted that you'd end up here. I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for such?
Oh, it's Wuthering Waves. Oh no, so that's not. Okay, so that's the other. It's not Hoyoverse game.
In the vessel.
Close enough.
Such a tiny nuisance.
Oh, we saw this game
I know all.
before. I don't remember where. Survive its Guardians. If you're into platformer game, this actually looks really good for a platformer.
And don't come back.
Mio, there we go. Memories in Orbit.
That's Mio, Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam.
Yeah,
that you
lots
can
of games.
play
I mean,
right
the Summer
now
Game Fest
as
always
part
has a lot of
Next
games,
Fest.
but they don't always get
What you're about
huge,
to see next
huge.
is a stop-motion
They don't get
co-op
huge
platformer where
JRPG
everything
games.
has been crafted
For me
by
personally,
hand.
right.
It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to
And
you
I don't
today.
know that Nintendo would drop huge bombs at one of their events either, at an event like this. Because Nintendo can just do their Nintendo Directs. Same thing with like Sony first party stuff. You know, they might show stuff, but not big. They won't do like a big announcement.
Don't you see? We can't.
Come on, follow me.
Stop motion animation's kind of cool. Out of Words.
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
Betrayal burns because it can only come from someone close. An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
Godfather, the video game.
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
teach them a lesson.
remind them of their obligations.
This is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything.
If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
Vicky Puttana!
It's family. Loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo? And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyages captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
Is it embarrassing to hear people do Italian accents? Do you actually live in Italy, or are you just Italian and live in like the United States or some other country? Okay, you're actually Italian. Cool. I know most of my audience is definitely from the US, so that's cool. I can see the percentages in my analytics, but I do see that some other people from other countries watch. Voyagers.
Hello, Summer Game Fest! I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I am thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to...
SpongeBob?
Imagination!
I was never into SpongeBob. I had friends that were really into SpongeBob, though.
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion to Lies of P that transports players back in time with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
Dude just like fucking grinded him in the ground with a pole, like it was pretty intense. Rise of P Overture. I got a lot of cheers.
Yes, that's right. Overture is available today.
I didn't realize that many people were that into the game.
Play, so
I mean, I
enjoy
know
this weekend.
it sold pretty well, right?
Next up, the small video game
But I didn't think it
publisher
was that
Serenity
big of a
Forge,
deal.
based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest. I think you might get a kick out of this announcement, too.
Oh, God. What is this? It definitely does look like Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill.
I sit at the front of the dinner table.
It's got sort of anime characters, but like the environments, or well, yeah, the environments are more realistic looking, and the lighting is very much Silent Hill, right?
Plates of tomatoes. Plates of hay. Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful. Broken. Plates of flowers. Plates and plates. The garden is lush and green, and everything's focused. Dinner's ready.
Fractured Blooms.
There's a hunger that feeds and blooms, and I will feed, and I will bloom.
I think the description was
I would
somewhat
recommend
accurate.
eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
Blade and Soul Neo. I've not heard of this. It's another mobile gacha game, I think, because it's in pre-register, right? Oh, that's the One Punch Man guy, right? The One Punch Man game. I've never seen the anime. I just recognize it. We're just on the anime kick right now. They've been showing like back-to-back anime games. The Seven Deadly Sins Origin. This is the halftime anime showcase. Does that mean Tales, the new Tales of game is going to be announced soon? Is that the finale? I mean, Tales of series isn't based on an anime, but it's got anime-looking visuals anyways. This actually doesn't look bad. Oh, The Witcher 4. Oh, this is like a montage?
5.6 is available today.
Claire Obscure. Unreal
This is a
Fest.
technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal
They
Engine.
used that
You're seeing
in
it
Claire
live
Obscure, I think,
in
that
real
character
time.
creator.
Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That Mongil Dive
That's
will
for
be
sure.
exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
We find a way.
We altered the course of nature, unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos. Well, to help.
Oh, this is actually. I was gonna say this looks like Jurassic Park.
a way.
I think I hear the theme song, right? Yep. Jurassic World Evolution 3.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games.
Oh, it's the Shovel Knight people, right?
10 years ago, we broke new ground.
They actually have a new game?
Shovel Knight. Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower. Mina
Wow.
continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
He plays a skeleton or something? They keep using the term bone. What is this? Is that supposed to be a mouse? I can't even tell. I think it's, yeah, it's a mouse. I figured they would go, like with their next game, that they would go more like 16-bit. This looks still kind of like Shovel Knight. I'm surprised they went in this direction. That they're still kind of using a similar graphic style. Mina the Follower.
All right. This is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done...
Special one?
Yeah. Kyle Bossman, everyone.
Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle
Was this...
Bossman. All right, well...
Is this part of the plan?
Oh.
It must be a skit.
Hey, Jeffy.
Yeah.
You're reading this, it means 3 things. Number 1, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, waved. All right, let's take a look.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend. Oh, yeah! Escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets.
A VR Deadpool game.
And this fucking thing. With hip-hop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR. Spider-Man gets Insomniac, and I get this shit? I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa!
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right. Last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light: The Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats. God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took for me. All the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Dying Light: The Beast.
E&F is an old chemical factory south of the city. The Baron's men operate out of there.
Then I'll go there and fucking kill him.
There's the big news. Dying Light: The Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence, the bonds of friendship, and the nostalgia of growing up. Mixtape comes from Beethoven Dinosaur and Annapurna Interactive, and this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
Isn't Annapurna an anime studio? Why do I Or maybe not.
Getting buzzed.
Why does that name sound familiar?
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look
Oh,
back
they've shown
on
this
your
game before, didn't
greatest
they?
hits.
This is kind of like Life is Strange. Well, it kind of... I don't know if it's actually like Life is Strange, but...
Mom, who is it? One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit!
This year, experience a retrospective like no other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever.
Just covering houses in
And
toilet
with a
paper?
soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night. And The Cure. I love The Cure. Experience it for yourself.
This is kind of like
Nothing
Life is
but
Strange.
the hits.
Life is Strange meets Stranger Things.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns.
Is this the Harvest Moon game?
Struggle until your last fleeting moment. Your destinies are sealed. There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
This is
I don't think so. It's not it.
And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now, get ready. Everyone, are you with me? We will live on in this world. No matter what hardships await. We fight for a future filled with hope. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
They left me with nothing. No justice. No peace. Just names on the wall.
When they said beat 'em up, I was thinking like a pixel game, but well, this is different.
Not until I kill them all.
Bad.1.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now
It's
it is
time.
time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games.
Time for some Final
makers of
Fantasy IX
TMNT,
Remake.
Shredder's Revenge, and Marvel
Where is
Cosmic
it?
Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier.
We're
If you're like me,
an
you've
hour
been
and
waiting
15.
for more than a decade for this reveal.
More than a decade. What is this? I don't know what this is. I said time for some Final Fantasy IX Remake. Bro, Kingdom Hearts 4 isn't going to be shown at all this year. Oh, is this the Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Is that what this is? Yes, yeah, Scott Pilgrim. I did know what it was.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fists flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be right back, but first we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Oh, is this the Step on Me girl?
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer.
Yeah, this is...
So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
The first descendant. Well, that... I mean, that was a very deliberate shot. They could not have been any more deliberate than that boob shot right there. Zipping up her suit. Wow. First descendant breakthrough.
Since the dawn of time, humankind has been obsessed with the hard. Now, a glorious morning has dawned on something that's simply harder. Scum. Your hard just got harder.
Okay. I mean, the trailer prior to that was the one that actually made me hard, though. Oh, is this the James Bond game?
What are you doing here?
Come with me.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head. Keep your lens feed on. I've been seeing things. part of me that's
Oh no, this is...
down deep feels like it's just knocking to
They
get out.
showed this before, didn't they?
I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
I don't remember the name of this game. This is one of the games that they say for like the end of some other show. I can't remember what it was. Or it was close to the end. They were trying to make a big deal out of this game. I don't think anyone... I don't think really anyone cares about this game though. Mind's Eye, yeah. I could be wrong, but not many people talk about this game. Oh, that's Hitman.
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of IO Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Build a Rocket Boy.
Yeah, there were a lot of games
and IO
announced here.
partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week, we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming. It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
IO Interactive's getting revenge. They're getting revenge from being abandoned by Square Enix.
Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld.
They're like, see, Square Enix? We got licensed properties like James Bond and 007. See if you stayed with us,
I've invited these
you could have had this game.
I know their weaknesses.
We'll see how well these games do.
Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right. Everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen. Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
He looks very sweaty.
And, you know, this is
it hot up there?
I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoots of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless.
Oh, look,
And,
it's raining
let's just say
outside.
this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure.
I'm hearing
It's,
thunder, so if this
Chiffre's
stream
always like 2
just
steps
suddenly
ahead of you.
stops,
he reads you before you read him, so it's
It's
a little like
because the
bringing
power
a
went out.
chess player to a poker game.
I don't think it will go out. It's not
Rebuild
bad
the
enough.
missions
But
allowed several paths,
Watch.
unexpected characters, appearances, and even
watch the
custom
power goes out right when Final Fantasy IX Remake is
when do we get to
revealed.
play this?
Like some big game that I've been waiting, or something else. It will, if it happens, it's only going to happen when a game I actually care about gets shown, right?
Starts today in a few hours. For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Thank
All right,
you.
great to see you. Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
700 trillion? That's a lot, bro.
Nail-biting competition. We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails. It's an action-packed contest to collect the most golden bricks.
But will you be helped by friendly krakens?
This is like Lego Mario Party?
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings?
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini-games, Ted? We've got more of them than
I mean, you would think that they would have thought of this sooner, right? Like, I mean, this just makes perfect sense, actually. I'm surprised they never did this before.
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Ted.
Wow!
What?
We've got all that and more in LEGO Party! Whoa, that is looking mighty tasty.
This game might be more popular than might sell better than any other Lego game.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
I've got the artifact.
Laser round installed.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying. Is that the artifact?
Safe with me.
This'll be good.
Good thing that wasn't our ship.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge to future generations until Sorcisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight. You harbor it too, I see. Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
It's kind of like a Hades game. Sounds like they were. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
That was loud thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that, but... Good night, Christian. I'm sorry you couldn't make it through the whole stream. Now they're definitely going to reveal Final Fantasy IX Remake. Right? Just because you left. Yeah, no, that was outside. Here, anyways. Night, Christian.
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wish-listed game, players are clamoring to know just one thing.
Well, they already
when
did.
is the release date? Well,
I don't know if you were paying
here's
attention
Mecha Break's
earlier. There was
latest
that
trailer with
other
the answer you've all
weird, like, mystery game that I said had a really cool soundtrack. I forget what it was called. I already forget it. It wasn't really anything all that impressive. That's what Square Enix announced. So far, if I had to rate it, I think it would be, I don't know. I mean, look, it's hard for me to rate these because I don't play half these fucking games. But if I try to think about it from the perspective of like the average gamer, I'd say it's still probably like maybe a 6.
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Mechanicals approaching.
We must now face a stark reality. The industrial civilization we were expecting to join
This is made by an 8-person team.
is no more.
It's like a Bug's Life, the video game, with robots. The song is cool. Is this it?
Whatever it takes.
If I like the music, it must be a Japanese developer.
Find a way.
Maybe. Infinitesimals. I don't know how you pronounce that.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
2026? He didn't say 2025, so that's not Final Fantasy IX Remake. Oh. It's a Resident Evil. It's like a remaster of older games. I don't play Resident Evil. I don't play much horror games. This must be like some collection or something.
Birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さてお待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、
Oh, this is the latest.
あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけ
Oh,
お
maybe
待
not.
ちいただければと思います。それではこれからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update.
Jeff just fucking trolled everybody with that. Like, he made people think that there was gonna be like a big game announcement, and it was just like, that was it. Yeah, that score from a 6 now went down to like a 4 for most people, I think. What the hell is this?
Street Fighter 6.
This is actually Concord 2, by the way.
Adios.
Wish list now.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wu Chong, Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
We're getting close to the end, guys. I don't know if Final Fantasy IX Remake is gonna get shown. And there might not. I don't know. We still haven't seen a new Tales game, so either. So maybe it won't get announced here. We'll see. The Tales of series now is more popular, so Tales of Arise sold a few million units. So maybe they would save it for close to the end. I don't know. And normally a Tales of game would just be like breezed over in one of these, right? But I suppose it's a bigger deal, so maybe that'll come too. Maybe they will save it for the end. We'll see. Or close to the end. I don't think it'll be the end, but...
What will it take to finally awaken you?
Brass Lion Entertainment. I've never heard of them.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Find them.
Rise of the Deceiver.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing, and is free to play.
This game is still alive.
SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
I didn't even know this game still existed.
My calling takes me far from home, where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage?
Didn't Guild Wars 2 come out in like
their greatest weakness?
2008, dude? Like
my story.
My story. My story is yours.
Mongil Stardive? We're doing the montage. So that means there's got to be some big announcements after this. Oh no, this is just a... Okay, never mind. That's just a sale. This is just a commercial. Switch 2 game?
I took a bullet, I died.
Oh, Cyberpunk is coming to Switch 2. Yeah, we knew that, right?
Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
Here is another game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
He's just trading his teeth in. He's exchanging teeth for booze.
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon. Maybe it's too much for someone like you. Delusional. It won't always be so easy. You still look a little unwell.
Cuphead has inspired a lot of games.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why?
I'm apparently
Because I
not
grew up
aware of
playing
this big,
Halo.
huge game.
And I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year. And I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free
At some
right
point
now,
I'll probably get a
and
Switch
it's
2.
fucking awesome.
But I don't really have a reason to get one right now. I mean, the only game I care about at the moment is Mario Kart World.
Just look at that water placement. Expertly done. This is the epitome of sport.
And, I mean, let's be real. It's going to be hard as fuck to get one, right? It's going to be sold out constantly, so I'm not in the mood to fight to get it, right? There just isn't enough compelling reasons for me at this point. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Remake on the Switch 2 is just not a... I mean, I don't really care about it. Right, I have the Intergrade version on PS5, so... That's not really a big deal for me. For me personally. Like, if you're interested in that, to have it on the go or whatever, that's fine. That's cool. I mean, it sounds like a cool thing, but I don't really play a lot of handheld gaming, so... There's just not enough reasons right now for me to get it. But I'm sure there will be games. I've owned pretty much every Nintendo console since, I think, the Nintendo 64 or so. They said this had 20 million players, right?
Now we are honored to
I didn't
showcase
realize
the latest
this game was that
project
big.
from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
If Missing Link wasn't canceled, you wouldn't have been interested in playing that mobile game? I would have tried it, but I'm not, like, super excited for... The thing about Kingdom Hearts is you, like, have to play the games in order to get the full context of the story, right? Like, it's almost like a requirement to understand what the fuck is going on. But I wasn't, like, super excited about Missing Link. But I probably would have played it. I would have tried to play it to keep up with the story, but at some point I might have fallen off. If it got too, if the gacha mechanics were annoying me or whatever, or like you had to pay money to start getting shit in order to make progress in the story. But if it was easy enough, I probably would have continued playing it.
Got a name? Mako. Daito. Daito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one? You're not? So, what are you then? Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
Alright, we're almost at the end,
We
guys.
saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today, we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from
If
a
this is the
studio
final game,
that
it's
is
not going to
no
be 9
stranger to
Remake.
delivering blockbuster games time and again.
I'd be
When
very
I first got a
surprised.
glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And
Yeah,
while there
that's-
are
it's not
many
Final
places,
Fantasy
really
IX
any
Remake.
place this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
This looks like a Quantic Dreams game. Lots of detail here. You can see like each individual key on the keyboard.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. the Runwood Hotel.
Yeah, there's no Final Fantasy IX remake, guys.
I know. That's where your mother was murdered.
Like, I don't think the 9 remake would be big enough for them to actually show it at the end.
Alyssa died 8
And so we're basically, like, even if there's a one more secret game, like, it ain't gonna be that game.
The past. Grace.
I am surprised that we didn't get the Tales of announcement. So I guess they were wrong. Unless it's at Microsoft. There were the rumors that Microsoft's conference was going to have Persona 4 remake. So maybe they're going to show it there. If it's even real. Who knows?
Stay close.
Watch. Final Fantasy IX remake gets shown at the Microsoft of all places. Like, wouldn't that...
You're the one that I've been searching for.
I don't know, man. You never fucking know. Right, they did show... They were the ones that debuted Claire Obscure. It was, I think, at one of the Microsoft conferences last year.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our
That would not be...
Have you seen the same
That would
shit
not
I've
have been
seen?
on a bingo card of mine if that actually happens, but...
Please know that you
I don't know.
are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Requiem. Oh, Resident Evil 9. Well, that's a big reveal for a lot of people. It's not for me because I don't play horror games, but that's a pretty big one. For the average gamer, that would bump it up to like at least a 7, I think.
Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone? Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know.
Too.
I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend you can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome. And thanks to you, Lucy.
That's
Great
it.
job co-hosting. All right. That's going to do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
What time is the Microsoft conference? I have no idea when Final Fantasy IX is getting revealed at this point. Like I said, it should be revealed before, or at least by the anniversary in July. And so we'll see. I mean, I think Square Enix would be stupid to do it independently of one of these big events. Right? Like, I mean, they could, but they really should do it at one of these bigger events. They'd get more eyes, I think, on it. But I don't know. Or it's coming later in the year. They might focus on it after the Tactics remasters come out. We'll see. But it's got to be real at this point. If the Nvidia, if every other item on that Nvidia leak came true, so we'll see. But you know, I wasn't really expecting much out of this event, to be honest. So it basically met my expectations. When is that Microsoft? Let me look up. Microsoft Showcase Summer Game Fest. Oh, time. Xbox Showcase. Yeah, I can't watch the Xbox Showcase live because I have family stuff at 12 p.m. and it's at 1 p.m. on Sunday. So there's literally no way I'd be able to watch this live. Like, I was hoping that maybe I could like leave the event early. But yeah, I don't think much is going to be shown there outside of maybe that Persona 4 remake. But you never fucking know, right? You never fucking know. Like, watch, they'll end up announcing it at that event. I mean, Square Enix is going multi-platform. So, in theory, it could be on all of them. I think that there were heavy rumors that Final Fantasy 16 is coming to Xbox. Again, I don't know that anyone really cares about that, but that could be shown at the Microsoft as well. So maybe Square Enix is thinking, hey, if we're going to do a Final Fantasy thing, we might as well add in our other big game. But like, I don't think so. I think at this point they're focusing on the Tactics remaster stuff. And I mean, they said, that they weren't going to really release much until 2027. So I don't know, but I'm not totally giving up hope that it's real. Because, I mean, dude, they'd have to be the biggest fucking trolls in history to, like, put all this anniversary stuff together for one game, right? Like, they've literally never done that. And every other item on that NVIDIA leak came true. So it's possible that maybe they'll wait until, like you said, maybe Tokyo Game Show or something later in the year. Or some other... Look, nowadays, Sony just fucking announces these state of play things. So it's probably most likely going to show up at one of those if they were to do it. But we'll see. Right? So... yeah, I wasn't expecting much out of this event. But anyways, guys, it is way past my dinner time. So I gotta go make dinner and eat. And I'm gonna be working on that Final Fantasy Tactics video, there's a lot of interesting stuff coming. There's a lot of interesting stuff, so stay tuned for that. I'm working hard on that at the moment. Try to get that out as soon as I can, within reason. Well, thanks for joining me if you joined. Even thank you if you're watching after the live show. If you if you watch the VOD of this. But yeah, thanks guys. I'm going to head out because I got stuff to do, and I'm hungry. Peace.